नमस्कार. जय श्रीकृष्ण. श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदी गौरभक्त वृंदा. Rejuvenating text 35 of chapter 1, the activities of Maharaj Priyavrat of 5th canto, the creative impetus of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 35. नैवं विधः पुरुषकार उरुक्रमस्य पुंसां तदन्घ्रि रजसा जितशन गुणानां चित्रं विदुर विगतः सक्रीडादित यन्नामधेय मधुना स जहाति bandham. My dear king, a devotee who has taken shelter of the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord can transcend the influence of the six material whips: hunger, thirst, lamentation, illusion, old age, and death, and he can conquer the mind and five senses. However, this is not very wonderful for a pure devotee of the Lord, because even a person beyond the jurisdiction of the four castes, in other words, an untouchable, is immediately relieved of bondage to material existence if he utters the holy name of the Lord even once. Shukdev Goswami was speaking to Maharaj Parikshit about the activities of King Priyavrat, and since the king might have had doubts about these wonderful uncommon activities, Shukdev Goswami reassured him. My dear king, he said, don't be doubtful about the activities of King Priyavrat. For a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, everything is possible because the Lord is known as Urukrama. Urukrama is a name for Lord Vamandev, who performed very wonderful act of occupying the three worlds within 3 steps. Lord Vamandev requested 3 paces of land from Maharaj Bali, and when Maharaj Bali agreed to grant them, the Lord immediately covered the entire world with 2 steps, and for his 3rd step, he placed his foot upon Maharaj Bali's head. Shri Jaydev Goswami says, Chalayasi Vikramane Balim Adbhut Vamana Pada Nakha Nira Janita Janapavana Keshava Dhruta Vamana Rupa Jaya Jagdishara Hare. All glories to Lord Keshava, who assumed the form of a dwarf, O Lord of the universe, who takes away everything inauspicious for the devotees. O wonderful Vamandev, you tricked the great demon Bali Maharaj by your steps. The water that touched the nails of your lotus feet, when you pierce through the covering of the universe, purifies all the living entities in the form of the river Ganges. Since the Supreme Lord is all-powerful, he can do things that seem wonderful for a common man. Similarly, a devotee who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord can also do wonderful things unimaginable by a common man by the grace of the dust of those lotus feet. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore teaches us to take shelter of the Lord's lotus feet. Ai Nanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Budhau Kripaya Tava Padapankaja Sthita Dhuli Sadrusham Visintaya. O son of Nanda Maharaj, I am your eternal servant. Yet somehow or other, I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms of your lotus feet. Lord Chaitanya teaches us to come in touch with the lotus feet of Lord Vasudev, Shri Krishna, for then there will be undoubtedly be all success. Because of the material body, every living entity in material existence is always disturbed by Sadguna's 6 whips: hunger, thirst, lamentation, illusion, invalidity, and death. Furthermore, another Sadgunas are the mind and 5 sense organs. Not to speak of a sanctified devotee, even a chandar, an untouchable, an outcast, who is immediately relieved from material bondage if he utters the holy name of the Lord even once. Sometimes caste Brahmanas argue that unless one changes his body, he cannot be accepted as a Brahman, for since this present body is obtained as a result of past actions, one who has in the past acted as a Brahman takes birth in a Brahman family. Therefore, they contend without such a Brahmanical body, one cannot be accepted as a Brahman. Herein it is said, however, even Vidur Vigataha a Chandar, a fifth class untouchable, is freed if he utters the holy name even once. Being freed means that he immediately changes his body. Sanatan Goswami confirms this. Yatha kanchana tam yati कामस्यम रस विधानतः तथा दीक्षा विधाननेन द्विजत्वम जायते नृणाम. When a person, even though a chandar, is initiated by a pure devotee into chanting the holy name of the Lord, his body changes as he follows the instructions of the spiritual master. Although one cannot see how the body has changed, one must accept on the grounds of the authorized shastras that he changes his body. This is to be understood with arguments. This verse clearly says, Sa Jahati Bandham. He gives up his material bondage. The body is a symbolic representation of material bondage according to one's karma. Although sometimes one cannot see the gross body changing, chanting the holy name of the Supreme Lord immediately changes the subtle body, and because the subtle body changes, the living entity is immediately freed from material bondage. After all, changes of the gross body are conducted by the subtle body. After the destruction of the gross body, this subtle body takes the living entity from this present gross body to another. In the subtle body, the mind is predominant, and therefore, if one's mind is always absorbed in remembering the activities of the lotus feet of the Lord, he is to be understood to have already changed his present body and become purified. Therefore, it is irrefutable that a Chanda or any fallen or low-born person can become a Brahman simply by the method of bona fide initiation. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.